Settling into a comfortable seat, whether on the floor or a chair. Bring your focus inward as you close the eyes and begin to connect with sensations in the body, observing the breath. You might find a mudra. Pressing down through sits bones, reaching up through the crown. Deep, full breaths. Even breaths in and out through the nose. And we'll begin to find movement. Inhaling as arms reach overhead. Gazing up. And exhale to release, palms to the earth. Inhale, arms reach overhead, lifting through the crown, looking up perhaps, and then exhale, hands to the floor. Left hand stays on the floor, reaching up with the right arm for a side body stretch. Perhaps looking under that arm. Exhale to release, taking the other side. Inhale, and as you exhale, stretch and reach to the right. Exhale to release. Reaching arms out to the sides for a twist. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twisting to the left. Right arm in front, left behind. Gently gazing over the left shoulder. Every inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale back to center, stretching through the arms. Exhale as you twist to the right. Left hand in front, right behind. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to twist, gently looking over the right shoulder. When you feel even, coming back to center, stretching the arms out and releasing them to the floor. We'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder, and if it feels all right, allow the chin to come towards the chest. Right ear comes to the shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, and left ear, left shoulder, perhaps taking this in a full circle. Finding any movements that feel good for you. And then finding stillness, let's make our way to tabletop position. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. You can keep the toes curled or uncurl them. Find that neutral spine to begin, and then we'll inhale for cow. Looking up, let the belly drop. Exhale, tucking the tailbone. Heart reaches up, head drops for cat. Repeating this several times, your pace, your rhythm. Take note of how this feels, where you feel the sensations, stretching or tension. Allowing the breath to fill the movement, knowing there is no need to hurry. If it feels good to pause. Enjoy the movement, the sensation. And then we'll take the knees wide, big toes touch, press back into down. Child's pose, forehead to the mat perhaps, taking time to set an intention for your practice. Let yourself feel heavy. Then we'll inhale up to tabletop. Hands just in front of the shoulders and reaching forward, bend the elbows for mini push-ups. Exhale, bend the knees, come back to child's. Inhale, rising. Exhale, bend the elbows straight back. Belly pulls in. Inhale, pressing into the hands, straighten the arms, seat towards the heels. Take your time. Inhale through tabletop, exhale, bend the elbows. They point straight back as you bend them. Belly pulls in, then press the floor away, seat to heels. One more time as you rise up, bend the elbows straight back, bend them, belly pulls in, hold, and then find seat to heels. Oh, just kidding. One more time. Find that mini push-up. Bend the elbows, belly pulls in. Press into the arms, straighten them, bring the seat to the heels. Make your way to child's pose. Reconnecting with breath. Releasing heat through the mouth if you need to, but then resealing the lips when you're ready. Taking your time, allowing yourself to feel heavy, perhaps a sense of gratitude. Rising to tabletop. We'll extend the left arm overhead, covering the left ear, reaching through fingertips, thumb points upwards. Belly pulls in. Make sure the arm bone is still in its socket, in that shoulder socket, as you hold and reach and breathe. Releasing that hand, we'll take the right leg, extend it behind us. You can keep the toes on the floor or lift the leg up hip height. Toes point down. The hips remain square to the earth. Reach through the crown of the head and press through the right heel. Belly pulls in for support. Continue to breathe and then release the knee to the floor. You might shift the hips from side to side. And we'll take the next side. Right arm reaches overhead, cover the ear. Thumb points up. And again, you might really reach and then make sure that arm bone rests in the shoulder socket. Belly is strong. Breath is even. And then after a few breaths, releasing the hand, taking the left leg behind you. Toes can stay on the floor or lift the leg up, hip height, toes point down. Pressing into both hands, reaching through the right heel and through the crown of the head. Releasing the leg to the floor, shifting the hips from side to side, and press back for a little child's pose. Recalling an intention or simply connecting with a moment of deep gratitude. Pressing up. We're going to curl the toes and just try out a little downward facing dog. Fingers wide, finger pads grip the mat, and then release the knees towards the floor, tabletop, and press back into downward facing dog. Hips high, and then bend the knees, come back to tabletop. One more time, lifting the hips high, pressing into downward facing dog. And then releasing the knees back to the floor, to the earth in tabletop position. Finding some movement, perhaps looking over one shoulder and then the other. And from here, we'll come to sit on our heels for several breaths. We'll find some wrist stretches, so reaching arms out, shoulder height, tucking the thumb into the palm and wrapping fingers around the thumb. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, knuckles reach for the earth, stretching the inner wrists. Releasing, spread the fingers wide. Wrapping the fingers in, thumb wraps around the fingers. Thumbs point down and then pull the knuckles towards the earth, stretching the forearms. When you are ready, releasing, hands back to the floor, to the ground. And we'll walk the feet to the hands, come to a standing position, perhaps at the top of the mat. Hands might come to shins or thighs. Take a moment to find half lift. If you have a block, the hands can rest there. And then exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft or bent. Inhale to rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Reaching arms overhead, and exhale, hands come to heart center. Feet are hip width apart, parallel to each other. Find equal standing, rocking, shifting if necessary. Lifting the toes up, spreading them wide. And then allowing the toes to come back to the mat. Feeling the engagement through the legs, the belly, all the way up through the crown. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Hinging from hips, knees are soft, hands to the floor or blocks. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, pressing into the feet, extended mountain pose, and exhale, hands to heart center. Your next inhale, bring the arms overhead. You might sweep them from the sides, looking up. Exhale, forward fold. Heart leads the way as you hinge from hips, fingers down. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, your forward fold. Inhale to rise up, pressing into the feet, belly pulls in to support, and looking up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands, heart center. One more time. Reach the arms overhead. You might sweep them from the sides, and maybe exhale, sweeping arms out to the side, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale for half lift, and exhale, forward fold. When you're ready, that's it. Your next inhale brings you to stand. Reaching arms overhead, perhaps gazing upwards. Exhale as you bring hands to heart center. Rooting down through the feet, reaching up through the crown, connecting with breath. From here, we'll find tree pose. Shifting the weight into the left foot. You might bring the right toes to the floor. The right inner sole of the foot comes to the left inner ankle. Hands can stay at heart center as you root down through the left foot, reach up through the crown. You might grow branches. You might shift the gaze upwards. Continue to connect with breath as you root down and reach up through the crown. When you're ready, pointing that right knee forward, releasing. We'll take the second side. Standing on the right foot, inner ankle and the sole of the left foot meet. That left knee points out to the side. Root down through the right foot, reach up through the crown. When you feel stable, finding your fullest expression, growing the branches or shifting the gaze. Stay connected to breath as you root down and reach up through the crown. Then bring hands back to heart, point the left knee forward and release the leg. Shaking it out. And then we'll come to our seat on the mat. Legs extend in front of us. You might adjust the seat so the sits bones are planted. Inhale to reach up and exhale, forward fold. Long spine, so it doesn't matter how deep you fold. Keep length through the spine. Use your inhale to lengthen through the crown and exhale to hinge a little more from the hips. Hands come to the knees or the shins. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge. Pressing yourself up, scooting to the center of the mat. We'll roll all the way down. Find waterfall pose as you extend the legs, heels reaching upwards. Bring the feet to the floor so the knees are pointing straight up for bridge pose. Press into the feet, and as you inhale, lifting the hips up. Pressing down through the feet, maybe the forearms also. Chest comes towards the chin. Continue to breathe. And use the exhale to release, seat down. From here, we'll take the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall wide. One hand to the heart, one to the belly. Eyes are soft. Feel the body move underneath the hands with every breath. You might find those even breaths in and out through the nose. 3 or 4 count for your inhale and 3 or 4 for the exhale. Once you've finished your last exhale, help the knees together, draw them into the chest. You might take little circles on the low back or rock side to side. And when you're ready, we'll make our way to Shavasana, to corpse pose, extending the legs. They might be mat width, arms away from the body with the palms facing up. Tuck the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck and take time to scan the body for places of effort or tension. Surrender your form to the support of the earth and observe, witness your body in conscious relaxation. Receive your practice. You are welcome to remain in Shavasana as long as you would like. Staying connected to breath. Allowing yourself to feel heavy and receiving the benefits of your practice. If you are ready, you're welcome to find small movements in the body as you invite deep breaths. Perhaps a full body stretch, reaching arms overhead, eventually drawing knees into the chest, giving yourself one more hug as you give thanks for this body. Rolling on to the right side perhaps, or the left, pausing there for just a breath and then pressing up to seated. Settling in, focus remains inward as you take this time to observe how you feel. You're welcome to continue with meditation or end here. Namaste.